Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to the Adventure Incorporated podcast. I am your Dungeon Master, Anthony Reed. This is episode 132 and the fourth episode of the Gorm story arc. And it's in this episode we might actually start to figure out why it's called the Gorm story arc. This episode is brought to you by Kyle and patrons like them. If you are not yet a patron, head over to patreon.com/adventureinc. You'll find all kinds of very, very cool things. We put a lot of work into our rewards for our patrons. We give them as much as we can, some extra bonus stuff here or there. We try and provide value to you guys for supporting us here on the show. We know that it can be difficult to donate to something like this, especially something that's free, and the show will always be free. It's going to be here regardless. But if you have the ability to support the show, we would so much appreciate you reach out and throw a little money our way. It gives us the opportunity to work on cool things for the show that are coming down the line, and I'm very excited about. So just stay tuned on that. Episodes, content, short stories, all kinds of fun stuff can be found there, so head on over there. Also, don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, leave us reviews on the platform of your choice. These sorts of things help us reach a wider audience. We don't do any advertising, so it only comes from you guys, and that's how we can help spread the word and get the show even bigger. That's all this week. Let's get started. Nobles and farmers, knights and wenches, gather round to hear a tale of excitement and mystery. Brave adventurers facing grave dangers. Keth, the fighter monk.
Guys, there's a lot of puppy in this cloak. I needed to say that.
What?
Genevera, the sorcerer. Genevera, you're sitting there next to Clyde, who just goes, "What the fuck?"
I hold up my hand for a high five.
Jebeddo, the rogue. As soon as they see the five of you, their expression hardens.
Well, we'll see you later. And Jebeddo just turns.
Gillick, the paladin warlock.
But you're dying again, right? Like, you die, then you get a spirit.
And you're nothing.
And then
you become nothing.
And then you're nothing. That sounds like bullshit. Let's go kill the Death Lord.
And Asher, the druid barbarian. Yeah, but I'm asking specifically why Jeff is important to Asher.
It's just the first name. You know what? I don't have to justify this.
Let us recall what happened when we last left our heroes.
Find the Dark Wizard, the one known as Gorm Tintreach.
Yeah, we're kind of working on that.
He needs your help now, Gillick Erdrad.
Wait, you want me to help Gorm?
Find him and complete his plan. It is essential.
You guys head off into the desert.
Cool.
Under the hot sun, you prepare yourselves, and to the desert you go. Prepare yourselves, for this is the tale of Adventure Incorporated. So, 5 days have passed as you've walked through the desert.
For 40 days and 40
nights.
And you've been moving more toward where Asher interacted with Braz and then Gorm.
Yeah.
This has been a arduous journey. You haven't come across anyone as you've traveled through the dunes. It's just been hot sun. At night it gets very bitterly cold. You've got sand everywhere. Just everywhere. For Asher, you're used to this, right?
And all the right places.
Yeah.
Genevera, the sand for you isn't new, but the drastic temperature swings are. But for the rest of you, like Jebeddo, I can't imagine that this is like, because you're not only
not at all what I want.
Yeah, you're like trudging in knee-deep sand because
right. Yeah, not at all what I want.
Oh shoot! Yeah.
Yeah, yes. By the end of the first day, Jebeddo is considering retiring from adventuring.
Aww. Cheer up, buddy.
Like, this is not at all what he had in mind when he signed up to see the world. This is the part of the world that no one wants to see. Like, he just fucking hates it. Like,
on day 3, there was a massive sandstorm. You guys managed to find...
Of course there was.
We managed to find Jebeddo after hours of searching.
He was buried.
He had just buried himself. Like,
right. It was just my swishy and his hand sticking out from the base. Just
let the desert take me.
You guys managed to find like a cave and had like taken shelter for the sandstorm, but it still wasn't good.
Everybody, just be careful of the scorpions. They're typically in here. Sometimes they like to team up with the spiders. Anyways, good night.
Yeah, this is trash. This is the worst place.
Keth saw
Asher is wildly comfortable. More comfortable
How is
he's
Gillick
ever
doing
been.
walking in the armor?
How is
in the
Gillick
desert?
doing walking in the armor in the desert?
Gillick's probably sweating.
Chafing?
Is really thinking about chafing.
So much chafing.
Thinking about casting darkness just to keep himself cool.
Keth has seen no fewer than 3 different hallucinations, mirages, I believe they're called.
He can't
Balance,
tell the difference.
The bone chomping.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do I see, like, are they interesting, or like would I tell people?
Just like water, you just be like, guys, water! Guys, there's water over there! And everyone's like, there's no water over there,
There's
Keth.
not water.
One time he's right. We're still so thirsty anyway.
He's so mad that there's no water.
On the 5th day, you guys find what remains of Asher's old camp.
Welcome home, everybody.
Cool, this is where you lived?
Kinda. Wait, when you say my old camp, we were nomads, but like this is like the place we went to.
This is the old camp that you found when you transported with the ley line of abjuration. This was sort of like their last camp before the tribe sort of whatever. Yep. Yeah, when it got taken over.
Yeah. So, and I'm like, however many years ago it was now, I saw them talking about the chalice for the first time while I was, and I point at like one of the things while I was hiding up there. And then kind of, I believe they went in this direction, and I just kind of like point in the direction I think we went. I snuck into one of their bags. It was very harrowing.
Yeah, so you start to head off in that direction, the 5 of you.
Is there a well anywhere?
No, it wasn't like a permanent camp. It was like a temporary camp. Sorry, Jebeddo.
We are nomads. Or were. I don't know anymore.
You guys travel for like another like 10 or 15 minutes, and Keth, you see something sort of on the horizon, just like a figure in white.
Guys, I see something over there. I swear.
Yeah, we know. You've told us like 100 times you've seen something.
No, it's
over
different.
Know,
it's not something that I want, I think. I don't know. It's like some weird figure in white. I don't want that.
Do we see it?
Make perception checks.
You don't understand. It's an hallucination I
And
don't
Asher,
want.
make your perception check at advantage. Ooh. This is a hallucination I don't want.
I like the idea that he's been hallucinating, but they've all been like good hallucinations.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, why would you complain about
He
that?
doesn't see shit with his natural 1 perception
Oh
check.
my god.
Nah.
Oh,
You're
boy.
just so
I got a 16.
Jebeddo's just so grumpy, and there's
7.
like sand in his eyes, and he's like just
I can't
he's
see
like
anything.
just been holding Genevieve's tail and like walking behind the group.
Aw, that's so cute. 24 for my perception.
Yeah, you also see this figure in white that just seems to be like sitting on a dune in the desert.
It's a mannequin!
Singing a song?
Just sitting there.
Let's approach this cautiously, but it might be a mendicant. Do I think it's a mendicant?
It doesn't. Maybe it looks like a mendicant.
It smells like a mendicant.
Oh no, so it's probably a mirage because I do want that.
No, Keth, we see it too.
Guys,
do I
I
see it?
appreciate you trying to make me
16?
feel better.
After Asher
No,
points
we
it
see
out, everyone but Jebeddo sees it.
Okay.
Jebeddo's like, all I see is sand.
Everything's terrible.
Alright. I hope it's a mendicant.
Yeah, let's approach just this cautiously, just in case. We are in Gorm's territory.
Keth gets out some gold in preparation.
Would you say
Very
we're
cautious.
in a dormitory?
Gold!
Here, take my money.
I'm armed to the teeth! Take my money!
Okay. Yeah, you guys move closer, and the sort of the figure is just sitting in a dune, and it's just in sort of that similar way you've seen before, but you don't see its face, so you don't know if it's wearing the mask or not.
Now does Jebeddo see it?
Yeah. As you guys get closer, you see it, Jebeddo.
Great. I stay in the back behind everyone.
Okay.
My legs are so sore. If I have to fight somebody in the sand, it's gonna be bad.
Genevera walks around to see its face.
Okay. Yeah, you guys you push forward. As you get close enough to have a conversation with it, the creature sort of turns. It is human. He has like a dark-skinned, leathery face, but he's not wearing a mask, and he just says, "Oh, hello."
Hello?
Hi.
Who might you be?
I'm Gorm Tintreach. Who are you?
Oh, the gabagoo. Those were all internal sounds, not... Asher didn't make those sounds.
My name is Jebeddo Funk, and one shoe stumble, knackle timber shivers. At your service. And he bows.
I'm Gillick.
Oh, Gildick.
Gillick also bows.
The master said you would come.
The
Yeah.
master.
Yeah, he said that.
He sort of stands up, and he he's got like his white sort of roby, thin robes are sort of flowing a little bit as the wind pushes more sand around the dunes, and he steps towards you guys, and he says, "I am in need of your help."
Asher, audibly snorts.
What kind of help do you need, Gorm?
This is going to be difficult to understand, but there's another me.
There's another you?
This is what I thought was happening.
What do you mean there's another you?
Guys, can we sidebar real quick?
Hold on.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I
one
would
sec.
love to find out what he's got to say first.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
I am not the only Gorm Tintreach. I have spoken. Our master, Gillick.
Yeah, that guy.
He has concerns about the other of me that is here. He is worried that the actions he takes impedes our master's plans.
Okay, so what is this like a split version of you? Did you like split your personality or something, or is this just like another version of you from another dimension? What's going on?
I don't know how this other me got here, but I know that I am from here. I have always been here.
Okay, cool. So then the actions that this other Gorm is taking, like what's he doing, and where can we go to stop him, and yeah, just tell me a little more about that.
He is trying to wake the old one that sleeps.
And how does that stop? How does that impede your master's plans?
He is reckless. He is sloppy. The master will wake the old one in time, but he is planned to do so in a different way. This other Gorm, he is pushing things too much, too quickly. My thoughts have started to join with his, to merge with them, and I'm having a difficult time keeping his mind separate from mine.
Wait, hang on. I got an idea. I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts on you. Is that cool? Can I do that?
If you think that's best.
Well, I mean, if there's another Gorm where your consciousnesses are kind of melding, maybe I can hop in there and see what's going on. I don't know. Here we go. Detect Thoughts.
Okay. You cast Detect Thoughts. Make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Curse you, Google Drive. Oh, sweet. 20.
I don't like that.
You take 60 psychic damage. 60
You take
psychic damage.
60 psychic damage. Did I heal from it's been some
It's
time
been
since
5
I
days since
gave
then,
life.
so you're totally fine.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, cool. 60. All right, cool. I'm at 23.
Like you just
my brain.
Yeah, you reach out into his mind, and there's just this flash of gold with like rimmed at the edges with black. And it just sort of like shatters in your mind and tears at your thoughts, and you just feel your own fear and anxiety rolled over and over again in your mind, and it is like screaming at you, and you fall backward from this like sudden blast in your mind. Yeah, and it rends at your brain, and you take 60 damage psychic.
All right, so Gillick's kind of like curled up on the floor, just like crying and maybe like whimpering a little bit, and ow.
Oh, I was afraid of that.
What? Afraid of what? And I'm like staring back at Gillick, and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at level 3. So that's what, 3d8?
And Keth will give Gillick a healing potion. If he'll take it.
Gillick's is shaking as he's trying to get the healing and all that stuff and trying to get the help.
Yeah, you might want to mix that into his flask, Kath.
Yeah, definitely do that.
Keth sighs, but he does it.
Yeah, there's a health potion. There's a health potion, and then there's a health potion. You know what I'm saying?
You heal for 20.
Awesome. Thank you. Oh, Asher, thank you. Oh, God. The brain damage. Dang, so I'm at
60's a shitload.
60 is a shitload.
I'm sorry. It was... that was not my intent, but...
I have a headache.
There are some safeguards I cannot...
I can tell.
...take down.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Ow. All right, well, I'm out of ideas. What do we do?
The most.
There's only so much that I can do. I am held by stipulations, protected by safeguards. My mind does not fully belong to me.
Oh. I guess I kind of know what that's like, I think.
It belongs both
Cool.
to the Master and the Old One. For even while he slumbers, he still holds some piece of me.
Yeah, I feel you. I got you. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay,
Wait,
so...
Gillick, have you been making dragon packs too?
No, not dragon. I know what he's talking about, with the whole Shadow Lord, not really, having your own mind as your own personal space anymore.
I mean,
it's kind of weird.
Gorm, not that there's any problem, of course, with a dragon pact. That's...
It is not a pact, it is... I am a servant.
Well, I mean,
I will always be a servant of the Old One.
No, I mean, if Gillick had been making pacts with dragons, I wouldn't, judge anybody.
Yeah, I'm not going to rule that out. I might someday. I never know who I'm with a pact with these days.
So anyway, moving forward. What do you need from us, or what do you want from Gillick?
Yeah, I'd like to know the answer to
I
that
want your
myself.
help in stopping the other Gorm. In sending him away. I can barely think with his thoughts crowding my mind.
Oh, you want us to take this guy out? Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't
how do
know
we
if
know
that's enough.
All right. Here's a question. How do we know you're not the flipped Gorm, right? That's you could be the Gorm. We could go and meet this other Gorm. He'd be like, "Yeah, there's this Gorm running around and he's impersonating me." What do I do? What do we do?
I don't know, because with each passing day I feel more of him in me. It's possible I am.
Oh, well, then maybe we should get you two in a room together.
It
and
is
see what
like
happens.
it is like our consciousnesses are merging.
Well, so can you tell where he is? Can you sense him?
Yes. Yes. I can.
Will you?
He and his tribes, they've changed. They once were of many tribes here, but they are of one tribe now. The Dragon Spine.
The Dragon Spine. Have we heard of this before?
No.
Okay. What's the Dragon Spine?
It is the tribes he has gathered under his banner, and they are moving toward Vedris. He has intent to burn, to destroy.
Just all right. So he's united all the tribes into the Dragon Spine and is going to march that essentially army now into Vedris and just, Dragon Spine it up with some destruction.
Is he he's currently doing that?
Yes, they are not there, but he is on his way.
Does his reason for wanting to wake the Old One differ from yours? And also, what is yours and his reason?
His reasoning I would love to see the old one reawaken, to see him step forth again, to be the leader that we need him to be. But the Master tells me that it is not time. The Master tells me that there is much that still needs to be done. This Gorm, who wishes to awaken the Master prematurely, works against my Master.
On the off chance that this other rash Gorm were to completely merge consciousness with you, that might put him out of our ability to do anything about. I am 100% in on trying to stop this guy from ruining your master's plans, and also from ruining the world that we live in. But if it comes down to it, you might have to be prepared to make a sacrifice of your own life for Gillick to be able to continue serving for anything.
My life does not belong to me. It only belongs to the Master. If he determines that that is a sacrifice that must be made, then I will make it. But I cannot make that sacrifice of my own choice. In truth, I have little choice. Whether it is to the Master or the Old One, I am at their whims.
Yeah, I guess I just was kind of putting it out there that Gorm absorbing you, other Gorm absorbing you is kind of the worst case scenario, right?
I don't know how this works. From my understanding, what I feel of divination within me, this creature seems to be steeped in divination as well. And perhaps the two of us being in this place, in this one place together, as it should not be, is causing a joining between us. But I don't know to what extent that will go, except that I know that parts of him are bleeding to me, and I suspect parts of me are bleeding to him.
What is your master's timeline for waking Herrick's? Like, if we go kill Gorm today, will you wake him up tomorrow?
The Master has not told me his plans, but only that we are far, far too early for that now.
Okay.
I think the Master has sent you here to make use of me.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, if that's the case, then can you use your merging consciousness Gorm sense to lead us to him?
I think leading you to him would be foolish. He is.
Oh, okay. All right.
He has an army and strength beyond yours. I know this because looking at you, I feel I have strength beyond yours, and he is stronger than me.
Oh, that makes sense.
But
So what can we do right now to help you?
Or
to help defeat Gorm?
What I think I can do to help you would require from you a bit of faith, and a lot of trust.
How about some pixie dust?
I don't need that.
But we got some. No.
I would lend to you the memories that I now possess. I would give to you a window into the thoughts of this other Gorm. I think...
Oh, you can do that.
Didn't
okay.
we just
Cool.
try
What?
and do that, and then Gillick got whatever happened to him?
It was me trying to do it as opposed to Gorm trying to do it. I think he's probably a little
I think
capable
I
than am.
can perform a ritual with each of you to allow you to inhabit and embody these memories, to see them as they were, but to interact with them, to be a part of them. But I warn you that if this will be dangerous and it will be difficult, and if you stray too far from what Gorm did in these memories, your mind will shatter. Far worse than what happened to your friend. It could be deadly.
Oh. Okay.
This is sounding familiar.
Cool. Yeah, let's do it.
We're excited.
It will take me some time to prepare the ritual, and I fear for what will be brought upon us as I prepare it. To do this, I must tap into both of the magics that I know, and they do not play well together. If you wish to see these images, if you wish to know your enemy,
Yeah.
then you
Definitely.
will have to protect me from whatever comes.
Okay. Well, I mean, what else? Are
I
we
mean,
gonna
I
do?
just killed like 6 orcs on my own, so.
Yeah, it's not orcs that I'm worried about.
Same.
Does it can I do a deception check and just I'll just or we're not doing it like that. Deception check, please.
What are you, hold on. What are you saying that you want to lie
like,
about?
I'll just be like, how do we know we can trust you?
Oh,
Like,
so you want to do an
what
insight check?
guarantees do we have? Insight, that's right.
I was like, deception? You haven't said anything. I want to deceive him
I'm
with a
checking
look.
on his deception.
Sure, give me an insight check.
Different words.
Words mean
Natural.
things.
Oh no, that's a 7. That's a 7. But
Natural 7.
7 plus 0 is 7.
Natural
Does
7.
he think I'm looking at him?
Yeah, you really don't get a read on his intention at all. So whatever you feel like, you're not getting anything off of that except for what you have gotten so far.
Okay. I trust this guy.
I think now would be a good time for that sidebar, Asher.
Yeah. Give us a couple of minutes.
He sort of takes a
right
few
back.
steps backward, turns, takes a few more steps, and then just kneels down into the sand and sort of slumps and just seems to be like he closes his eyes and just sits in the sand.
Can we go on the other side of the dune from him?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like this 5-minute trek.
That's fine.
Yeah. So we do that.
Sure.
You're not feeling the mind meld thing.
No, I mean, the part that I don't feel is protect me against anything that comes for me.
And also,
we work for Adventure Incorporated. We represent Adventure Incorporated. The things that are coming for him could be allies of ours. And they wouldn't be wrong.
Oh.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe we could talk to him and convince them, you know?
Convince them of what? That he's not also... Even if he's not the Gorm we're looking for, he's also a Gorm that's working for another opponent of ours, the Shadow Lord.
Yeah, like, I get the whole enemy of my enemy is my friend thing, like, in the general sense, but in this specific instance, I have a really difficult time with just giving my word to this guy about this.
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, you can see his memories, but the last time you tried to see his memories, you got really hurt. I was like, I know he's in control, but that seems even less trustworthy to me. I'm not buying it.
It seems like he wants our help, though, and I don't think he would have us be killed without us helping him. Like, I think he wants us alive to get rid of the other Gorm. So, I agree we could be fighting our allies, but I had to do that in other reality against Klug. And we were in Redbridge, and we were able to convince them to kind of like put their swords down, or like trust us, So maybe we can try that tactic.
I think a battle arena is a lot easier place to trust somebody than in like real life.
Yeah,
that was pretty real, right? Like, it was a fight to the death. So, I don't know. I think it's a way to do it, and I think that we should do this, because this will...
If our allies come and insist on fighting him, and we can't talk them down, he did say he was willing to die because his life means nothing, or doesn't belong to him.
I mean, I just go over and kill him now. Like, he just seems like he's a liability, and I'm with Jebeddo on this. He's the enemy of our enemy, but he's still also our enemy.
Oh, to be clear, I don't think we should try and kill him.
No, I was being extreme,
okay.
But,
I was gonna say he will definitely kill us.
Yeah. Yes. But I don't know if there's any amount of words he can say that makes me trust him.
I trust that he wants to use us, but we need to be alive in order for him to do that. I think the other Gorm seems to be more pressing at the moment. I don't know if I can believe him as far as this Gorm's timeline. It seems like waking up the old one is going to be a while, but if we can get rid of other reality Gorm, I want to do that. And then we can come back to this guy.
Gillick, what do you think?
Yeah, Gillick, you're the one with the shadow experience.
I mean, I hear what all you're saying. What's our other option?
Leave.
Yeah, I guess we say no.
I'm not sure that I can say no.
Right. That's a good point, because this whole thing was to create Gillick as a double agent.
And I think...
Yeah.
And if we say... Gillick doesn't necessarily have the option of saying no. And it's better if we stay with him all on the same page.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
No,
I mean,
I
you don't.
get it. The Shadow Lord, when he talked to you, he said, "Go to the desert to help Gorm Tintreach," right? Like literally.
That's what the Shadow Lord said.
I think he meant this one, right? Like we're all on the same page as far as
you
that.
never know what he meant. I go to this. This fulfills that obligation. This is a Gorm that I was told to go help Gorm.
Right.
So this guy says he's Gorm. Help
The
him.
reason,
As far as I can tell, I'm fulfilling my obligation.
yeah, the reason I bring that up is I don't think the double agent thing is on anymore. I think this is what he meant, and that's why. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know either. That's why I'm saying it was like, what else are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Like we found Gorm. This is how he wants to help us. I'm going for it.
You don't really have a choice. I
Yeah.
think you're right,
Nope.
because I've been there, dude.
Yeah, I hear you.
I know what you're looking at.
So raise your hand if we do it.
Yeah.
Gillick
Cast
raises his hand.
Jebeddo puts up his hand.
Asher doesn't, but he believes in democracy.
Everyone stares at Asher.
I'm outvoted. We're doing it.
Yeah.
All right.
Sucks to be stuck
Sit
between
back.
a rock and a dark place like this. Been sitting on that one
Nice.
for
Have
Nice.
you?
10 minutes.
Very nice. I felt it. There was like an electricity when you said it. And it was just like
Just
perfect. Yum.
Well done.
Good words, you said.
Okay.
Cool, let's go back now that we're rallied.
Spent a full action on that one-liner. Time to go talk
You
to
take
Gorm.
6 seconds to recover.
The name of the episode.
Okay. You head back to where Gorm is kneeling. He hears you. Sort of tilts his head, moves back to standing, and turns to look at you. And he says, "Have you come to a decision?"
Yeah, we're doing it. We're going for it. Let's do it.
He closes his eyes. And he's sort of like, you see him sort of stretch for a second, and then he begins to just transform. He grows larger. He changes, and from him sprouts this giant blue dragon.
Asher has his hand on his sword.
He sort of finishes his transformation, his feet sinking down into the sand, and he says,
Prepare yourselves. I do not know what is to come, but you must face it.
he lowers himself down onto the sand, and he closes his eyes. He says,
Your part
Enter my mouth. And he opens his mouth.
You have to pour a fish in front of it first.
Your part will
we should maybe explain that reference for the other two.
That's a Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time reference.
Remember the fish people in Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
Them.
They just said open your mouth.
Yep. So, we can talk about it off air.
they just said, open your mouth, man. All right. He says,
Your part will come soon. For now you must protect me. I do not know what will come, but I am using forces that do not like each other and do not wish to be used this way. The deep magic is old, and what it does changes the world. But I think it is necessary here, and the Master has told me to continue. So I shall.
he lowers himself down into the sand, more like just settles in. And his eyes close, and then they snap open, glowing brightly with blue energy. This happens for a few seconds. You feel like a humming in the air, almost like a thrumming coming from the dragon through the sand. It whips up around in the area, like, 100 feet away from you guys in all directions. The sand starts to spin and lift up. Then there's a darkening of the sky, and a stream of shadow pours down into the field, into the field of sand around you. And these small creatures of shadow rise up and start to move toward you. Roll initiative.
Whoa.
I'd way rather have to fight shadow people than our friends.
Ugh.
Shadow people.
Walk like shadow, look like shadow.
9.
12.
9.
I got a real spicy 2.
19.
All right. Gillick, did you have the 9 or the 12?
I had the 12.
Anthony, would you say these are monsters?
Insofar as... Like what spell?
Technically monsters.
Yes?
Like hold monster. Like I just like is it a
Yeah,
monster?
yeah. I'd let you cast Hold Monster on these.
Okay.
Exciting.
Would you let me cast Monster Rancher on these?
Yeah, but they're going to be blue slimes, so...
That was a reference to Monster Rancher.
What?
It's fine.
That doesn't help me. It's like defining a word with the word.
Right. That's why I did it.
Okay. Jebeddo, you are the first to act. It appears that 8 shadows have sort of formed up along the perimeter of this ring.
What do they look like?
They look like probably gnome-sized. They're vaguely humanoid, although they're sort of disfigured. And they move in a way that is distinctly non-human, but they are, like, sort of shuffling and blinking across, and they're just, like, their movements are jerky and rigid, but they're vaguely humanoid in shape. Like someone doing a very bad human imitation.
Great.
I've met some of them.
Hello, fellow humans.
Right. I'm going to cast Blur on myself.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to hide within Gorm's form from as many as I can so that I can set up sneak attack next round.
Okay, roll a hide check.
Okay. We get a 20.
Great.
No, sorry. 18.
Okay. Gillick, it's your turn.
I will run up to the same guy that Jebeddo is fighting.
Which is no one.
And
That's fine.
hit
You
him
run to
with
the
my-
closest one.
Oh, he's not. Closest one, yes.
Yeah, so the sand wall is like 100 feet away. They sort of came in inside of that, but I
Okay.
think they probably like shambled in a little ways. So you move what, like 30 feet total or 25?
I can't move more than 25. I don't want to be too far
Well,
from the group,
in your
though.
with your you're in the desert in the sand, and you move 25 feet, so you get 15 feet out there and have to stop anyway, due to the
All right,
terrain.
Great. I'll shoot an Eldritch Blast at one of them. First attack. 21 to hit. 8 damage. Second one, same target. Natural 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll double.
What's that? Roll double. 12 damage.
Okay, so you deal 40 damage to the creature between your two Eldritch Blasts.
Holy shit!
As they slam into the creature and seem to interact with his shadow in such a way that they just sort of like disintegrate the creature. And it just like disappears.
Cool. Huh.
Keth, it's your turn.
Whoa.
Keth's gonna run up to where Gillick is standing, and then cast Protection from Evil and Good on himself. And that would be my action, so bonusy. That's all he's gonna do.
Okay. Genevera, it's your turn.
Okay. Genevera is going to pull out her wand and cast Hold Monster on one of them. And that is... She's going to yell over her shoulder. If it stays there, to Asher, cast your cone stuff on it. So...
Okay.
So I cast that, and it gets a wisdom saving throw. Otherwise, it's paralyzed.
Well, that die's gone forever. It rolled an 8.
That is not enough. So it is paralyzed.
Yeah, so the creature just sort of freezes there.
Yeah, so at the end of each of its turns, it can make another wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Okay, so I just did that. And I was going to use that as my bonus action using sorcery points. And then, is it in like a clump? How many are around it? In like a...
They're sort of spread out right now. You could hit 2 of them with a fireball.
Okay. I will do that.
Okay.
So it's a dex save, so...
Are you hitting the held one?
The held one and one other, sure.
So the held one fails. The other one succeeds.
Okay. That's trash. 19.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's 9 for...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the fireball sort of explodes, but it doesn't seem to get all of it on that other creature, and yeah, it just doesn't quite do what you're hoping it does.
And nothing happens to me?
Nothing happens to you.
Okay. I thought the wand might be the thing that I wasn't allowed to use. That Anthony's been talking about, or the thing that something insane would happen if I tried to use it. So
nope, you're fine. It's not the wand. So with the shadows, they start to like sink into the ground almost to just become like a puddle of shadow, and they zip around very quickly. And so all of a sudden, the 6 mobile shadows converge on your group. The one that is held does nothing, it's held. But the other 6 sort of converge all at once and reappear up and start to try and like they extend their fingers out like shadowy tendrils, trying to sort of wrap around you guys. So one of them tries to get 2 of them go for Gillick.
Cool.
Both miss. 2 of them go for Keth. Both miss. 1 goes for Genevera. Miss. And 1 goes for Asher. Miss. You guys and your ACs. Yeah, so they just reach their tendrils out, and you guys are sort of able to sort of gather together and protect yourselves so that nothing happens. Asher, it's your turn.
Okay.
Cool. So, back when we were in that cave where I was talking about the scorpions, I may have pocketed one and put it in a little jar. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw it behind where the shadows have, I guess, gathered, and cast Giant Insect. And you transform. You can transform up to 10 centipedes. Yes. Jesus. 3 spiders, 5 wasps, or 1 scorpion within range to the natural version of its form, larger natural version. So I have a giant scorpion now as my summon.
Okay, great. Yeah, you summon a giant scorpion. That's fine.
Wow, that's a rad scorpion.
Giant.
How does Jebeddo feel about that giant scorpion?
Jebeddo doesn't see it. He's not looking.
It doesn't exist if you don't look at it.
That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the rules.
That was a Fallout.
Yes, it was.
It was good. It was a good Fallout reference. Okay.
Cool. Nice.
Yes.
And then I have a giant scorpion. Oh, and it's I've been summoning less things because they're easier to manage. So, it's initiative. Wow, it rolled a 20, so 21.
Okay. So Jebeddo, go ahead.
Oh, damn it.
No, it's...
Didn't you roll like a 24
my-
for your initiative?
No, my initiative was 19.
Oh, never mind. Scorpion.
Scorpion!
Get over
Did
here.
Gas get a turn?
Gah! It makes 3 attacks. Attack 1 is with its claw at one of the shadow guys.
That was a Mortal
Yeah.
Kombat reference.
It rolled a 7. I'm sure that
misses.
Second attack with the claw. 18.
That hits.
So that takes 8 plus 2, 7, 8, 9 bludgeoning damage, and the target is grappled, so it is holding a shadow in one of its claws.
Okay.
I don't know how that works.
Okay, great.
And then on a different shadow, it attacks with its stinger. 19.
Hits.
So it has to make a DC 12 con save, and also takes a D10 plus 2 damage.
It makes the con save.
Okay, well then it only takes 8 damage.
Okay. Great. Now it's your turn, Jebeddo.
Great. Jebeddo's going to try and sneak out from under Gorm to attack the shadow creature next to Genevera.
Yeah, you do see the giant scorpion now, just so you know.
I don't like it. That's how
Your
he
day
feels.
just got even worse.
Yeah, that's how he feels about it. No, sir, don't like it.
No, thank you.
That was a Ren and Stimpy reference.
Oh boy.
All right. So do I get to roll with advantage against this guy for
Yes.
sneaking up to him, or okay?
Well, beyond that, he's next to Genevera.
Well, yeah, but
Oh, sure.
I don't get it.
Yeah, you still snuck. You're fine.
Okay,
You snuck.
great. 28 to hit.
Yes.
Great. 1, 2.
Yeah, yes, that hits.
4, 5, 6. Let me grab all those 6d8s because I'm a dum-dum now.
Because it's busted as fuck.
Don't worry. When I roll 2 2s and a 1, it's not nearly as bad.
Yeah.
So let's see. This is 10, 15... 23. Oh, and then 28 damage.
Yeah, and so you struck the one that was attacking Genevera, which is the one that she also hit with the fireball. So it's enough for you to stab in and just like vanish the creature. And then my swishy crackles with energy and explodes out with its ability after killing a creature.
Oh, there's no other monsters within 5 feet, though.
There
right?
are 2 other monsters within 5 feet.
Oh.
Because they're
Dope.
all like clustered together. The players are. So they're around them.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, they get a deck save.
One of them's grappled.
No, the grappling's on the other side. Neither of them pass anyway, though.
Oh.
Okay, great.
Word.
They both take 4 damage, and they are stunned until the end of my next turn.
Great. Gillick, it is your turn. In front of you, there are 2 stunned creatures. One grappled by a giant scorpion, and then just another one over to the side.
Okay. How many more shadow creatures are there in the...
There's
just those
4
two?
in front of you, and then one that's held way behind.
Okay. Would you say that all 4 are within a 30-foot radius or a 15-foot radius?
You could get 3 of them. Wait, radius, 30-foot radius? Yeah, they're all within a...
Excuse me. It's
15-foot radius. Yes, you can get all of them in a 15-foot
30-foot
radius.
diameter.
You will also get the scorpion if you do that, though.
All right, so all I'm going to do is cast darkness, but I want to cast it such that it engulfs all of the 4
They are
shadow
engulfed.
creatures. All right. Does it, with my Devil's Sight, do I see anything happening with the shadow?
Yeah, they sort of merge up into your cloud of darkness. All 4 of them merge up into it and just sort of get like sucked up into the cloud. And then that cloud sort of recoalesces into like one giant creature instead of 4 little ones.
With a scorpion inside of it?
But with the scorpion standing behind it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So it's just kind of this like, amorphous thing that's just
yeah.
hanging out in the darkness?
It seems
Interesting.
to be the darkness all around you.
Oh, it's like it's attached to the
my
darkness.
God.
All right, then I'm just going to end my spell and see what happens.
No, I want to attack the darkness. This is like the only time that's ever happened.
All right, Rob.
No,
Rob wants to attack the darkness.
do what you want to do.
No, this is a way cooler
it's-
thing that I want to see Anthony resolve.
Yeah, because I wanted to see. I was like, all right, if my shadow affects them, then what happens if I encompass all of them?
Yeah,
And
so
then end it?
it's they suck up into the shadow. They become part of the darkness. You end the spell, and the darkness dissipates, and the 4 blobs of shadow like fall to the ground. And they all just like it like when they all coalesced, they were part of the cloud. You smashed them together as it like dissipated, and they just sort of like squeeze out onto the ground, and the shadow just sort of fades and melts away.
Cool.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah, shadow powers.
So
All
the
right,
last
okay.
one
Yes.
is the one that Genevera has held.
Okay. That's my
So
turn.
Keth, it's your turn.
I think that's
Nice. Can I reach that last one?
Yeah, so with your boots of fast speed, you actually sort of stand on top of the sand. You never really sink down into it.
Love it.
The whole time you've had
I'm
these boots.
so much taller than
Whatever.
everybody.
Whatever.
They would be like thigh-high boots on Jebeddo.
Yeah, they'd be hot as fuck.
So you sprint across the top of the sand and reach the creature that's held in a short distance.
Amazing. I attack at advantage.
Okay. Wait, why at advantage?
Because he's held.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Why you
was
tell me
like-
which
I
way?
was like, wait a second.
Why?
There was
He
inflection.
fucking wants to.
Classic
Oh my-
man.
Because he
I-
said he did.
I attack at advantage. Is
And
that
then
cool?
you gave me permission, so
I roll 2 dice. Oh, I don't attack at advantage. Well, I'll only take the highest.
19
Hits.
to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. I'm gonna use a gauntlet. 22 damage.
Yeah, you slam a fist down
Attack
into
again.
it, and you just watch as the shadow dissipates.
Oh.
So you did
So
it.
I'm just swinging at air now, huh?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm super excited, though.
Gorm lets out a low rumble, and there's a flash, and a sudden slam down into the sand, blowing sand back, as 2 rows of 4 Asmir stand before you. They stand with spears and shields. And you hear, like, the lead Asmir on the corner says, "Move aside. We must destroy the shadow that stands before us."
And they're talking about Gorm, I assume.
I'm sorry, Anthony. I hate to be this guy. Mm-hmm. Do you mean Asimars? Like angel people?
Sure.
I just want to.
Yeah.
This
They're
is
angel
be
people.
like a tiefling, tiefling thing.
Yeah, it is. They are. They are sort of celestial in nature. Those of you who have protection from celestials and have interacted, like you sense the celestial magic coming from them. There are stories of sort of the spirits of the dead, not the dead, the spirits of great warriors who have ascended to becoming sort of soldiers of Mercus. And so it's not when you die, it's like when you like great deeds, your spirit ascends, even if you remain a warrior, like a former warrior on Earth.
That's awesome.
That is
very,
really
like,
cool.
very Valhalla.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
It's very Valhalla.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, but you don't have to like die in battle to do it, because that's stupid.
Right, but if you have the spirit of the warrior and demonstrate that, then.
But these are not a story. These are actually standing in front of you, and they.
Right.
These are like people. It's like, no, we ascended. Fuck off.
Yeah, he says, "We will destroy the shadow. You must stand aside."
I mean,
Jebeddo stands aside.
How many of them did you say there are?
There are 8. 2 rows of
Jesus.
4 in a block.
Looking at him, does it look like we could take him?
It looks like it'd be a tough fight, but it doesn't look impossible.
Okay.
Hey, Gorm, how long is this going to take? How much more time?
There's no response.
Hey, hi
Jimmy
there.
Bear looks at Jebeddo and says, "They're not allies. That we know.
I have no idea what... I don't know.
They're not our friends."
I mean...
Meanwhile, the scorpion's just like clawing at all these shadow things and like stabbing it, like not stopping.
I mean, they're dead.
Well, it's doing it anyways.
Oh, shit. Oh, right.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are Jebeddo's
I missed that when I was
allies.
trying to Google them.
Like...
Oh, shoot.
well,
Hey, I know it looks bad,
yeah.
but what if we let him complete his ritual? Jebeddo says to the Asavars.
You truck with shadow and darkness. We will not allow you to continue. We will destroy you if we must. But we will stop this ritual.
I mean, I truck with Shadow too, but I also truck with Mercus. Like I'm,
Right,
I am a paladin of the Divine Court.
I've been
too.
trucking pretty hard with Caliesto lately.
Yeah.
Your light does not pierce this dimness.
I know it's a lot to ask because we just met, but just trust us. This is very important, and it's gonna help us like protect the world. I promise. And you can like check my brain somehow.
Men, form up. The spears drop to a forward position. The second row of spears above, pointing forward. They raise their shields and they begin to like move forward towards your group.
Should I? Gillick sighs and adjusts his
Are we
helmet.
doing this? Is this what we're doing?
Yeah.
We're fighting angel people.
The angel-ish people.
We can just subdue them.
I can't make my scorpion do that.
I mean, do what we can.
Genevera, it is your turn.
Yeah.
That subduing spell you always do.
That classic non-lethal fireball damage.
Right.
Everybody knows
Do
it.
that
Everybody
one.
loves it.
Oh gosh. I just googled angel jokes and they're all bad.
Good?
Too many of them.
Like, I'm your guardian angel. Oh yeah, where were you to stop me from getting married? Like, the fuck kind of joke? Oh.
That's just me.
It's like such a baby boomer joke. Like,
Yeah, it's such a...
Yeah, the type of people who would Google angel jokes.
yeah.
Well, I was...
Oh,
it was,
man.
It was...
Find
I didn't
that
have
shit
time.
hilarious.
I didn't have time.
Oh, my wife. It's okay.
Oh gosh. Okay, well...
Fuck it. Let's fuck them up.
Okay.
Fuck him up.
Jedivera takes that as a thumbs up.
You shouldn't, because that was
And,
not in character voice.
What?
What?
You said it as Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah. Genevera shouldn't take it at all.
Right.
Oh well.
Okay. All right. So Genevera casts Vitriolic Sphere on as many of them as can hit.
I mean, all of them. They're just fucking standing next to each other in a line like dummies.
Okay.
Friggin' fan.
Stupid forming ranks and shit.
Well, they need to do a dex save. Well, I'm rolling like trash, so.
What's the DC?
1,000,000. Don't ask. They fail.
Also, they're all clumped together and like tightened up. They should get disadvantage.
16.
They all fail anyway. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
How
I did.
how mobile they're. Whoop,
I
whoop,
didn't
whoop.
I
real mobile failings.
I didn't roll above a
29.
16. So, what?
Good.
29.
Okay. Yeah. You like blast out this ball of acid that just explodes over them. They try to raise their shields up, but it just douses them in acid, and you can hear the wails coming from them, like as they scream out into the sand. But they they're all badly hurt, but they like sort of steel themselves against it, and you can see sort of this determination and grit in their eyes as they bear down on you guys.
They are technically people, right?
Yeah.
All right. As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Hold Person from the wand
Okay.
on the one that looks like the leader.
Okay.
Wow, it's a bonus action.
Well, I can, using my sorcery points, I can make anything a bonus action. Or I could have made the spell a bonus action and used the wand for my action.
He resists.
Okay.
It is their turn. Do they take extra damage from Vitriolic Sphere?
They sure do. $13.
Okay. Yeah, so the group sort of came down, they started to stalk forward. You just like doused them in this ball of acid, and then they sort of like try to fight back against it, and the acid just like burns away at them until they just sort of like melt down into like these sort of shining beams of light that just disappear.
Melted angels.
Oh no!
That was the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Jebeddo, like, wipes
Didn't have to
his
do
forehead.
it.
Still in the clear, baby.
I had a lot planned, but okay. It was going to be a real tough fight, I thought.
A rumble comes from Gorm.
The visions begin.
Hey adventurers, DM Anthony here again. I just want to remind you that there are lots of ways to support the show. Head on over to patreon.com/adventureinc. Tell your friends about the show. Rate and review us on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. Links and more can be found at adventureinc.podbean.com. Thanks everyone, we'll see you next week.
Just wait till I get a shield, Anthony.
Okay. Have you done it yet?
No, wait.
No.
Oh.
He said just wait.
But a sneaky shield.
Okay.
A big clanking tower shield.
Power shield.
Jebeddo with a tower shield?
Yeah.
Clang, 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 clang.
The nice thing about a tower shield is I have full concealment. Jebeddo would like to hide. How does he do it? He puts down the shield.
Okay, I mean, they know where you are. They assume you're behind the shield.
You know, this field is
it's a mirror
despite
shield.
We only
the
fight
shield.
babies. That's it.
Oh, look,
Just baby.
a shield.
Yeah.
With no object permanence,
Is that shield
Mike?
moving towards us?
Yeah.
Nah.